Welcome back, guys. Alex here, and if you're new to this channel, I'm on a journey to create financial freedom through creative real estate investing. So if you're on that same path, then be sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any good content which I share for free. Now, in this video, I'm going to do a deal structure, and I usually do these deal structure videos whenever I get a property under contract. So I'm going to go over the story of it, the origin, where we're at, potential profits, all that good stuff within this video. Okay, so let's get started. Now, the property is Avery. The source came from a Craigslist for rent by owner. Now, keep in mind, when I have I have a VA that does the scraping for me as far as the leads, and I have her stay under $3,000 a month because that's kind of the limit of where I want to focus. Usually the higher end, the harder it is to sell. But this one, I imagine, came across from the Craigslist for sale section, and it happened to be a landlord that was advertising there. That's how my VA came across a $4,000 a month payment. Okay, so that was the source. It came from Craigslist. It was a landlord probably advertising in the for sale section. I initially contacted them. Conditions excellent, by the way. I initially contacted them August 28th. I followed up probably 3 or 4 times. I think I have it, where did I have it? Right here. So yeah, initially it was 8/28. I sent her the email with the options and followed up, didn't hear back. And then I think I followed up again, did hear back, wasn't interested. She thought she had better options, so I think I mailed her a letter at that point. And she got back to me, and we did a visit to the house, looks like on the 30th. In which, right away, she actually signed the contract. I mean, not right away, but so I showed up to the house. It's a nice house, big house, good area, and she's a physician, so she doesn't really have time to take on this house. The house is actually listed with a realtor, which was expiring on the 15th of the month. So she probably thought it was getting pretty quick. You know, we were getting to the finish line. Reached out to me. We booked an appointment, and yeah, we signed it. We dated it for the 15th of October since the listing was expiring, either the day before that or whenever it was expiring. But it's official now. So I visited the house 9:30. We signed an agreement and acquired the property as of October 15th. So here are the numbers here. The seller wants $750 for it, and she advertised it on Craigslist for $4,000 as a backup in case it didn't sell. And the down payment to her, again, what I usually do at this point is I split it 50-50, right? The non-refundable option deposit. So she's going to collect 50% of that, which in this case comes to about $25,000. Term's going to be an 18 to 24 month term, and depending on when the screening comes back, how long the tenant buyer will need to get mortgage ready, but somewhere within that range. And the price of the buyer, of course, we always market it up a bit, so it's going to be $799.9. That's going to cover the cost of my fee. They're going to pay the $4,000 a month in rent. They're going to come up with at least $50,000. Now, why $50,000? This house here is over FHA loan limits. In this area here, $600,000 is the FHA loan limit, which means whenever you have a house that's within FHA, then typically 3.5–5% down is enough money to get a mortgage. However, when you're above that, it now becomes a non-conforming loan or a jumbo loan, and therefore they'll need closer to 10 to 20, more like 20% down just to get a bank loan. So we don't want to send anyone up to fail. The minimum they're going to have to come up with in this scenario is $50,000, and that's assuming they have some more money set aside or the income's there to save up in the meantime, so that they can eventually get to that 15 to 20% mark to get mortgage ready, right? So that's the minimum they're going to need up front. Term's going to be 18 to 24 month, of course. And my potential profits is going to be, again, 50-50 split from this down payment here. So I'll collect $25,000 plus first month's rent, which I now negotiate consistently, no problem. And that's going to bring me a total potential profit of $29,000, which obviously sounds exciting. The only thing is, it's a lot harder to crack these deals on the higher end side. And in addition to that, this isn't an exclusive. So I have a 60-day contract to get it done. However, the only way she would do it is if she still had the option to rent it out. That's the tough part, guys. I'm gonna do another video on this, but whenever you're wholesaling lease options, which is my strategy, because it's a great way to get started. It's a great way to make risk-free offers and, you know, make lump sum payments up front so that eventually you can invest some of this and stay in the middle in some of these deals, maybe buying with owner financing, invest in a coach to help you with this stuff. But when you're making it contingent upon finding a buyer who you're going to assign back over to the seller's, you're not guaranteeing anything, right? So the seller's going to want to keep their options open, whether it's to sell it outright, which I do give them that option most times. And in this case, the only way we could have got this under contract is if she was also open to renting it, right? Now I'm also an agent, so I could find her a renter and make $4,000, you know, and then split it with my broker, which I have a higher split of 50%. But that's one route. It's not the route that I want to focus on, but you know, I want to do what's in the best interest of the seller, right? And if I'm saying that it's going to take me, you know, 30 to 60 days to get this done, she's going to keep making these payments of her mortgage payment, which is close to this 4,000 number. So, you know, for me to really help her out, I mean, she has the option to still rent it out, which in my mind, it's a lot easier to find a renter who's only going to put up first, last, and security, who's not going to be responsible for all the repairs, who has no intentions of buying the house. A lot easier to find that person, that family, than someone who's going to put up $50,000, who's going to be responsible for all the maintenance, all the repairs, all the expenses to do with the house, and who also is going to eventually own this, right? There's a lot fewer people like that in that bucket. So I'm not too excited. I'm excited to get this under contract. I'm excited to potentially earn $29,000 for you know, helping this seller out. But at the same time, I mean, my chances, who knows, right? So I'm going to do my best, of course, to get this done to the best of my ability. But yeah, so that's the story on it. Those are the numbers. I'm going to do another video on why landlords are no longer my favorite source of leads. I mean, they're great to get started because, again, they're a lot more open to this type of solution. But I'll go into another video with that, okay? So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you can see how the numbers laid out, the story on it, you know, kind of the time frame as far as initial contact to the visit. And most times I don't actually get it under contract on the first visit. I mean, naturally they want to, you know, it's the first time I showed them the one-page contract. They may want to review it with their lawyer. They might want to review it with someone that they know very well who's in the business of real estate. And then afterwards, then they'll go ahead and you know, sign it, and then we'll get started. But in this case, she signed right on the spot. Again, took a little while just because it was originally on the market, so we waited, and then now we have it acquired. But yeah, if you have any questions, I mean, like always, feel free to leave it on the comment section. This video is going to stay public until I decide to make it private. Not sure when, but I hope this was helpful. Keep in mind, as a reminder, I post live calls every single Friday, and then those go private by Sunday. So to get access to those and to get notified, you're going to want to subscribe. You're going to want to hit the notification bell. And thanks for watching. Look out for the next one.